Ready to put these four fingers to work some more? Welcome to Guitar Chords Info Stream, Phase 12, 4-Finger Chords 2, Part 4. In Part 4, I want to show you another way to play the C chord, and this is something that I call the tenor C, and it sounds like this. And again, the tenor C, that's just a name that I made up. It's just another way to play the C chord. But it would be easier to, somewhere down the line, if I want to refer back to it, say the tenor C that you learned back in Phase 12, than to say, oh, the C chord where you just use the 3 fingers and don't play the 6th chord, but then add this finger to this fret. It'd be a lot simpler just to say tenor C instead. So now, how to make the tenor C chord. The best place to start would be the C chord that you learned over 5 strings, not the full C chord that you learned here in Phase 12, Part 1, but the way you played it before, over 5 strings. But instead of playing the first string open, you would put your 4th finger at the 3rd fret. So you would go from 2. So breaking this tenor C chord down 1 string at a time, on the 5th string, you'd have your 3rd finger at the 3rd fret, just like with the original C chord that you learned. 4th string, you'd have your 2nd finger at the 2nd fret, just like with the original C chord that you learned. And then the 3rd string would be open, just like with the original C chord. And on the 2nd string, you would have your 1st finger at the 1st fret, just like with your original C chord. And for the 1st string, you'd have your 4th finger at the 3rd fret. And that's the tenor C chord. Now I'd like to strum it for you some in 4/4 time. And this time, just to get a little methodical, I think I'm going to put my upstroke on every 2nd beat. So do spend a little bit of time with this tenor C chord in order to strengthen your 4th finger some more, getting it ready for the monstrous B7th chord. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, I've seldom, if ever, used this particular C chord when it comes to strumming chords. I've used it a lot in when I play fingerstyle, that being with thumb and fingers, but not much for strumming. But still, I think it's a good move for you to learn this chord and get comfortable playing it, like I said, in order to get your fingers strengthened and get it more ready for that monstrous B7th chord that's coming. So when you think you've spent enough time with this tenor C chord, then meet me in Part 5 and we'll learn something else. Meanwhile, if these videos are helping you, please like, comment, and subscribe.